It started like any other day on social media until Tamar Braxton decided she'd had enough. Out of nowhere, she dropped a string of cryptic posts, hinting that she had proof of what really went down between Yandy Smith and her husband, Mendeecees Harris. But what began as subtle shade turned into an emotional hurricane that left the internet frozen in disbelief. Within hours, Yandy was in tears, live on Instagram, while Mendeecees rushed in to console her as thousands watched it unfold in real time. Viewers couldn't believe it. One fan commented, "I've never seen Yandy this broken before." Another wrote, "Whatever Tamar said must have hit deep. This isn't just gossip. This is pain." The tension had been simmering for weeks. Tamar and Yandy's feud began after a backstage argument during a charity gala in Atlanta, where insiders claim Yandy allegedly made a disrespectful remark about Tamar's fiancé. Tamar, never one to hold back, fired off a series of spicy stories that painted Yandy as two-faced, but fans assumed it was all shade and no substance. Until last night at exactly 8:47 p.m. Tamar went live holding her phone up to the camera, grinning through what she called her truth moment. She started playing voice notes, audio clips she claimed were from private conversations involving Yandy and Mendeecees. The audio quality was muffled, but one thing was clear. The voice that sounded suspiciously like Yandy was venting about her husband's past and even referencing keeping up appearances for social media within seconds. The live was being screen recorded by fans across multiple platforms. By 9:15 p.m., the phrase Yandy audio was trending #1 on X, formerly Twitter, and YouTube gossip pages exploded with reaction videos dissecting every word. Meanwhile, Yandy herself hadn't said a thing. She went dark for hours. No posts, no statements, total silence. Her team reportedly tried to reach Tamar privately to de-escalate, but Tamar wasn't backing down. She posted one more bombshell tweet: "Don't come for me unless your house is clean." By the next morning, things reached a breaking point. Yandy finally went live, not with her usual poise or influencer glow, but with swollen eyes and shaky hands. Her voice cracked as she said, "Y'all don't know what this does to someone? I've been nothing but respectful, but this was too far." The comment section was a battlefield. Some fans stood by Yandy saying she didn't deserve this level of public humiliation. Others accused her of playing victim, claiming Tamar was just matching energy. Then, mid-live stream, Mendeecees appeared behind Yandy, putting a hand on her shoulder. His tone was calm but heavy. "We ain't gotta keep feeding into this. Let them talk." The truth always surfaces when everything changed. Because what Mendeecees said next, no one saw coming as Yandy sat on that live, trembling. Mendeecees finally stepped in, and his words flipped the entire internet upside down. His voice was calm but firm, that tone of a man who'd clearly had enough of the drama. "I don't care what nobody posts," he said, gripping Yandy's hand. "We know the truth, and the people talking don't." It was a powerful moment, one that instantly became viral gold. Within minutes, clips of Mendeecees' emotional defense spread like wildfire. Even people who hadn't followed the feud started tuning in, trying to figure out what kind of leak had driven Yandy to tears. But then Mendeecees did something nobody expected. He looked straight into the camera and said, "If she wanna play clips, I got real ones. Ones that'll end this conversation for good." The entire live went silent. Comments flooded in. What clips? He got receipts too. And within seconds, over 150,000 people were watching. Mendeecees didn't play anything right away. He just gave this little smirk and said, "Sometimes people need to be reminded that playing dirty don't make you clean." The moment he said that, fans knew this wasn't over. It was escalating. Behind the scenes, sources claimed Yandy's team had already contacted Tamar's publicist, trying to stop further leaks. But Tamar wasn't slowing down. According to an insider close to her, she felt deeply betrayed by something Yandy allegedly said about her family. One post even showed what looked like a screenshot of a DM with a message supposedly sent from Yandy's old account. It read, "Tamar, stay acting like the industry owes her. She forgets who she is sometimes." Whether that DM was real or not didn't matter anymore. Fans were convinced it was authentic, and Tamar used it as fuel. She went live again that night, saying, "You're gonna talk about me behind my back, but cry when the truth comes out." Girl, please. It was chaos. Blogs were dissecting every second of each live stream, and hashtags like hashtag YANDYVs TAMAR and hashtag Mendeecees speaks started trending on TikTok, and X Even Love and hip-hop castmates jumped into the mix. Carly Red left a cryptic comment under a Shade Room post. "Sometimes you just gotta let people expose themselves." Erica Mena chimed in too, posting, "I warned y'all about fake sisterhoods." Meanwhile, Yandy's fans rallied hard for her. They flooded her latest Instagram photos with heart emojis and supportive messages. "Stay strong, queen," one fan wrote. Another added, "You've always been solid. Don't let Tamar tear you down." But it was clear that Yandy wasn't okay. Insiders close to the couple told Hollywood Unlocked that Yandy hadn't slept properly in days, and that Mendeecees had to cancel a few business meetings to stay home with her. "She feels violated," one friend said. "Not just by Tamar, but by the way social media turned her pain into entertainment." By the next morning, the story took another wild turn. A mysterious audio file began circulating online. A new leak that appeared to capture a heated phone argument between Tamar and another female voice. The person in the clip accused Tamar of trying to ruin people's homes just to trend. Fans immediately assumed the voice was Yandy's, and chaos erupted once again. But here's the kicker. The clip wasn't posted by Tamar, Yandy, or even their teams. It came from an anonymous account claiming to be a friend, tired of the lies. And that's when things went from bad to explosive. Yandy posted a story saying, "Y'all will do anything for clout. I'm done letting lies define me." But then she followed it with another slide. Just a black background with the words, "You want receipts." Fine. She promised to clear everything that night. The internet exploded in anticipation. Pages started countdowns. YouTubers prepped live streams. And Tamar. She posted one last chilling message before Yandy's live began. "When you tell your side, make sure you tell the whole story." Nobody was ready for what came next. Yandy's announcement sent the internet into a frenzy. That evening, over 500,000 people were waiting when her live went up, hearts floating, comments flying, and everyone wondering if she would finally clap back. She appeared calm at first, dressed in a simple hoodie, her eyes still red from crying. Mendeecees sat quietly beside her, his hand resting protectively on her leg. Yandy took a deep breath. "I didn't want to do this," she said, her voice trembling. "But when people lie on your name, try to ruin your marriage, and twist your words for views, you reach a breaking point." Then she dropped the first bombshell. She claimed Tamar had been the one reaching out to her first, months ago, for career advice. She said she felt like the industry was turning its back on her, Yandy explained. "I listened, I supported, and I never once disrespected her." To back it up, Yandy showed what she said were screenshots of texts between her and me, messages that painted Tamar as the one seeking Yandy's help. The audience gasped in the comments. "At Tamar Braxton, what is this?" Flooded the chat feed. Tamar hadn't responded yet, but her silence was deafening. Silence was deafening. And just when viewers thought that was the twist, Yandy dropped the second bomb. She claimed Tamar's so-called leaks were edited. That audio clip floating around, Yandy said, her tone sharpening. "It was cut and spliced. If you heard the full thing, you'd know I was actually defending her." Mendeecees chimed in right then. "People love drama more than the truth. But what you're doing, Tamar, that's dangerous. You're not just hurting my wife, you're playing with people's reputations and families." The comments section exploded. Some sided with Yandy immediately, posting heart emojis and hashtag We Stand With YandyY. Others accused her of faking evidence, writing, "Girl, those screenshots look cropped. And this ain't clearing your name. It's adding smoke." Meanwhile, over on X, formerly Twitter, Tamar posted a single word: lies. Nothing else. Just lies. That one word reignited everything. Fans began comparing the screenshots, debating timestamps, zooming in on every pixel like forensic experts. At TEROOMHQ even uploaded a full side-by-side video analysis breaking down Yandy's receipts, and it hit 1 million views in 2 hours. But there was another layer to the chaos. While the live was still happening, an anonymous Instagram page popped up called @TheRealTruthATL, claiming to have undeniable proof that both women were hiding more. They posted a blurry image that appeared to show Tamar and Mendeecees talking backstage at that same Atlanta gala. The night this feud supposedly started, Yandy saw it mid-live. Her face dropped. Mendeecees froze. "What is that?" Someone commented. Another added weight. Why was Mendeecees with Tamar? Before Yandy could respond, the live abruptly cut off. Fans flooded X with theories. Was it staged? Was it hacked? Did Mendeecees end it himself? Within an hour, #YandyLive was trending worldwide. Even celebrities weighed in. Cardi B tweeted, "Y'all wildin', every day something new. Protect your peace." Meanwhile, Candy Boris posted, "These women been through enough. Social media is making it worse." But Tamar wasn't backing down. She went live minutes later, holding what looked like a printed-out transcript of messages. "If we're showing receipts," she said with a smirk, "let's show everything. Don't start what you can't finish." Viewers were stunned. She hinted that Yandy wasn't being faithful, and that someone close to her had been the one leaking details to the blogs. By now, both fan bases were going at each other full force, flooding TikTok with theories and edits, and tagging everyone from @VH1 to @TheShadeRoom. People started demanding that Love and Hip Hop producers bring the two women face-to-face again on camera. But the damage was already done. What began as a few leaked messages had now spiraled into one of the most viral, personal, and emotionally raw feuds reality TV had seen in years. And as the dust settled that night, one thing became clear: Yandy wasn't crying anymore. She was ready for war. The next morning, everything changed. Yandy woke up to chaos. Hundreds of missed calls, notifications blowing up, "Hey?" and headlines screaming, "Tamar's receipts destroy Yandy's credibility." The so-called transcripts Tamar had flashed on her live had now leaked in full. Every blog had them. At Hollywood Unlocked, at The Neighborhood Talk, at Twithtia, everyone was posting about it. The alleged messages showed Yandy supposedly gossiping about other celebrities, including Tamar, Candy, and even Mona Scott-Young. The texts read, "Tamar always needs a storyline. Every season it's someone new." Didn't matter whether they were real or not. The internet believed them. Fans dragged Yandy relentlessly, calling her a master manipulator and the fakest one on Love and Hip Hop. #YandyExpos trended all day. But Yandy wasn't backing down this time. Around noon, she posted a powerful video message. She looked straight into the camera, her voice calm but cold. "When you can't break a woman with lies, you start fabricating evidence. But guess what? I got the forensics team on it. Keep playing." Cue. That line sent the internet spinning again. A forensics team. Bloggers started speculating she meant her team had hired digital experts to prove the texts were altered. Others thought she was hinting at legal action. Mendeecees confirmed the latter later that afternoon. He posted on his Instagram story, "Enough is enough. My lawyer's been notified. This ain't entertainment anymore." Fans were stunned. The feud had just gone from reality TV level shade to a full-on legal war. Tamar, meanwhile, seemed unbothered. She doubled down, posting a video laughing with her sister Toni Braxton, saying, "You can't sue for what's true." The comments were ruthless. One fan wrote, "Yandy needs to stop before she embarrasses herself more." Others said, "Tamar, been the real one. She don't need to lie." But behind the scenes, Yandy's camp was ready to strike back. Insiders told it on-site TV that Yandy had real recordings of private conversations that could completely shift the narrative. The insider teased if those audios come out, Tamar's career might not recover. That night, Yandy went live again. This time, she wasn't crying, she was composed, sipping tea with Mendeecees beside her. "Since everybody want to see the truth," she said, "I'll give y'all a taste." She clicked play. A voice came through unmistakably Tamar, saying, "I can't believe I gotta stir up drama just to get these blogs to talk about me again." The live chat exploded. "Oh, she said that." Tamar exposed herself. And hashtag Team YANDY flooded every comment section. Within minutes, clips of the audio were everywhere. But before the recording could finish, the live cut off again. Fans speculated Tamar's team had issued an emergency takedown request, or maybe Instagram flagged it. Either way, the damage was done. Millions had already heard it by midnight. Tamar posted another message. "Y'all believe anything you hear? That clip is old and edited. Nice try, sis." Now both sides were claiming the other was manipulating evidence. The feud had turned into a digital Cold War, and Mendeecees finally snapped. He posted, "I tried to stay silent, but enough is enough. I'm done letting my wife get disrespected by someone who can't move on from a past that don't involve her." Fans flooded in with support for Mendeecees. Even celebrities chimed in. Black China wrote, "Stand by your woman, that's real." K. Michelle tweeted, "Tamar always finds herself in the middle of something messy." But others accused Mendeecees of making things worse. Few even claimed that the mysterious backstage photo of him and Tamar wasn't fake, and that the real story behind their encounter hadn't come out yet. By dawn, producers from VH1 reportedly reached out to both women to mediate the conflict privately, fearing legal issues could affect future love and hip-hop projects. And just when fans thought things might calm down, a leaked voicemail surfaced, allegedly from Tamar, to a mutual friend, where she could be heard saying, "I didn't mean for it to go this far, but she needed to be checked." That clip went more viral than anything else before. #YANDY CRIES live. #Tamar leaked. #Mendeecees speaks. All trended worldwide. People weren't just watching a feud anymore. They were watching reputations crumble, relationships fracture, and possibly careers end. The feud had turned into a saga, one that no apology or interview could easily fix. And as fans begged for peace, one thing was clear: Yandy Smith wasn't done yet. She posted one final message before logging off. "This was never about fame. This was about respect. And after tonight, I'm reclaiming mine. And after tonight, I'm reclaiming mine." As dawn broke over social media, fans were left in disbelief. The war between @Yandy Smith and @Tamar Braxton wasn't just another celebrity spat. It had evolved into one of the most dramatic, emotionally charged reality show-level sagas of the year. Both women had drawn their lines in the sand. Yandy had turned her tears into strength, showing the world a side of her that refused to back down. Tamar had stood her ground, claiming truth and transparency, no matter the cost. And in the middle of it all, Mendeecees became the calm voice of loyalty, reminding everyone what it means to protect your family, even when the world's watching. But the real question still lingers. Who's telling the truth? Was Yandy's recording proof that Tamar went too far? Or was it another expertly edited move in a never-ending PR chess game? Fans can't stop debating, and every new receipt that surfaces just fuels the fire. This story isn't over. Rumors are already swirling that producers are planning to bring Yandy, Tamar, and Mendeecees together for a televised sit-down special to finally confront everything face-to-face. If that's true, we might be days away from the most viral reunion reality TV has ever seen. For now, fans continue to pick sides, share theories, and wait for the next twist. Because if there's one thing this saga has proven, it's that in the world of fame, loyalty, and leaks, the truth is never simple. Stay tuned, because the next chapter could break the internet again. #YandySmith. Hashtag Tamar Braxton, hashtag Mendeecees, hashtag love and hip hop. Hashtag reality drama, hash viral leaks, hashtag entertainment news. Hashtag trending now, hashtag YANDY TAMAR, hash Mendeecees speaks. Hashtag the shade room. Hashtag VH1, hashtag drama alert.